Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is John Adams. It's always good to see you. Today we're going to highlight a product from UPDF. It is their UPDF PDF editor. It makes a task that I get so frustrated with so simple. The thing about PDFs is they are really difficult because it's kind of like a printed form in a digital form. And so like a printed form, you can't change anything. Well, with UPDF, they get rid of that. That is a thing of the past, and they make it so easy to work with PDFs. So thank you to the sponsor, UPDF. Let's jump into it. UPDF is an AI-powered PDF editor where you can annotate, sign, convert, view, protect, so many different things. But one of the things that I love the most about UPDF is the fact that with one single license, you can use PC, Mac, Android, iPhone, and iPad, and it is so great to not have to pay for each one of those platforms, but with one license, you get them all. All right, so let's jump into UPDF on the MacBook Pro. Now, the first thing when you're viewing PDFs, it's kind of nice that you can view and scroll in and scroll out. Now, if you have multiple PDF pages, you can see on the side there's thumbnails, and so you can see the whole document all at one time. In fact, right here I have Winston Churchill's speech, "We shall fight on the beaches." As you can see, it is a many page document. You can see it on the left side of the screen there. Many pages, but you can see the whole flow of the document in one place. So first and foremost, what most people come to for a PDF editor is for annotation. Now what I love with UPDF, you can use the sticky note feature. And so as you can see, you have a bunch of different colors that you can pick from, and then you just type, "Hey, Winston, great point." And when you do that, it'll stay there forever. Now the cool thing is you can move it around the document. So if you kind of misplaced that note in one place, you can move that sticky note wherever you want. Next, I love the colors of the highlights. Like you can take this and highlight whole sections. That's awesome. Strike through is really helpful. For me, I have a lot of contracts that come through, and so it's really helpful to be able to strike things out when you need to. It's also great to be able to underline. I mean, that's a really big deal for somebody like me. I do a lot of presentations. When I underline and highlight, that means I put different emphasis on different parts. So it's really great to have all these different functions in one program. Then you can also add things like a text box and write your own notes. And that makes it helpful for anybody who, say you want to just kind of get somebody's attention with a note that you don't want to be in a individual sticky note. That's a great way to do that. Now, one of the things that I really love is this stamps feature. I really do approve of this wonderful speech, and so if I really want to, I can make a huge thing across the top that says approved. Now, once you do that, you can move it around so people can see it better, but there's all different kinds of stamps in this app, and so any of your different needs, any official documents, they've got really great stuff there for you. And then the thing that I actually think is the single most helpful for me personally, I hate having to print out a document and then sign it and then rescan it and send it back to them. That is so frustrating. So UPDF makes it so simple. You can actually create your own signature. I made mine right here, as you can see. You create the signature, you take that, and then you just hover over where you need a signature, draw it out, and then you can place it here. You can resize it. It's so helpful. Now here's where things get really cool. If you need to edit a PDF, UPDF makes that so simple. First off, you go to the left-hand side, you click edit the PDF, then it makes a text box around anything that is text, and then you can just kind of, now sorry Winston Churchill, I wouldn't ever normally do this, but you can edit any PDF. So for example, say right here, look right here, we got the name Dunkirk. What if that was spelled wrong, right? What if that was Dunkirk and you needed to go in and edit a PDF because there was a spelling mistake? All you would do is click that edit button, go in, delete that, put that K, and you are good to go. Now really quickly, I want to highlight a great feature of this. I had a question of how I add a watermark in the actual program. And so what you can do is right here on the right side, there's this little button, and that is the AI tool. You can ask this tool to write you things, you can ask it to reword things, but one of the things that I find helpful is asking how to do certain things within the app. So I asked, how do I add a watermark? And it gives me the exact instructions of how to do it. That's fascinating. All right, so real quick, we're gonna do that real quick. We're gonna create a watermark. This is really helpful for any documents you don't want anybody to print off and use as their own. So we got watermark, we're gonna click add. We'll say UPDF right here. It will add it, we'll size up that bigger. And then we'll just take this, make this a nice gray color so that it doesn't show up a ton. And just like that, it's that simple to create a watermark on any of your documents. Now, once you have all those things figured out, you can actually save the document in different formats, which is helpful when people need certain documents in certain formats, whether it's a PDF or something else. So to do that, you go up here to export. And then as you can see, you've got all this different lists. So you have Word, you got PowerPoint, Excel, CVS, rich text format, text, image, XML, and HTML. So it could go right to the internet. That is really, really helpful because different companies, different organizations, they need files in a certain format. And being able to send them a PDF document that might not be a PDF attachment type, but maybe is a docx, it's just really, really helpful in your workflow so that you don't have to go in and do a bunch of finagling. It's just real easy. Just export it out, send it to them as they need it. Next, we're gonna look at maybe you have a PDF and it's a very confidential file. You can actually password protect these. So when you click on this button to protect using a password, you would click that. Then I personally would probably only use the document to open, and then you kind of figure out what permissions people want. But when you click that, you pick a password, and somebody has to have that password to open this document. They cannot open it otherwise. So when you get to this, I'm gonna type in Happy Gilmore. Type it in again, Happy Gilmore. Then when you go to hit to apply it, when somebody opens up this, they're going to have that password in order to get to it. Now, organizing PDFs, it is a game changer when you see the way that UPDF does it, because I've had certain times with PDFs where things got out of place, and if I could just figure out what part of the PDF I wanted where, specifically when you're working with really, really big documents, like I'm thinking, company-wide HR kind of documents, those things are huge. And to be able to go through and kind of put different sections in different places, that would be really helpful. So let's jump in and see how you do that. First off, on the left side of the screen, you go to Organize Pages, and then all you do is you just drag and drop them to different sections. And yeah, sorry once again, Winston Churchill, for messing up your notes. Hopefully you don't need to say that speech again, but it's really, really easy to organize that. The other thing you can do, which is really helpful, is extract only individual pages. Like maybe you don't want to send somebody a massive document, you just want to send them one page. You click on that and then click extract, and there it is right there, just that one page. You can also rotate the pages, which is helpful if you have different formats of how people are going to be getting this. And then you can also, say you have like an old document that you kind of don't have pieces of it left anymore, you can take individual pages and just delete them out of your PDF. It's really, really helpful. Next, we're gonna talk about filling out a form in UPDF. This is also really helpful. Look at that. Right when you scroll over it, it reminds you of what you're looking for. You can just say 8675309, prepared by Mr. James. And then you can go through the whole form and fill out each individual piece. I love that when you hover over it, reminds you what you're kind of hovered on. So like here it says name, and then when you go to hover over address, it says address. But then once again, like I said, when we get back to this place and you need to add that signature, you just take that signature, punch that in right here, and it's all good to go. Now, say somebody scanned a document, they bring it in as a PDF, but it wasn't originally digital. You can take a PDF and run it through OCR, which is optical character recognition. I use this a lot in college because I would take a picture of all the slides and then I could search through all the slides using OCR. So with UPDF, you can take a scanned image of a physical piece of paper and then run it through OCR, and then it's all editable. So say this document from Winston Churchill, I had the physical paper form. I would then click OCR, I'd pick the document type that I wanted, and then I would perform the OCR, save the document, and now this whole thing would be completely editable if I needed it to be. All right, last but not least, I really want to dive in and zero in on how UPDF uses AI features to help you with these PDFs. So like I said, you can take text and input it into the AI chatbot and it will help you out. So one of the things you might want to do if you get long PDFs, maybe it's medical PDFs, and you don't know what something means, highlight it, copy and paste it, and then ask the AI bot, what does this even mean? So like I said, we would take this, we would copy this, put it down here in the chat bot and say, summarize this. And then if even that is too long, you can even tell it to summarize something in a few sentences. A few sentences. And it will take that long piece of text, it will explain it to you in just a few short sentences. This is really helpful to compress a lot of information into a really short, readable paragraph so that you don't need to spend all day trying to figure something out. You can have the AI bot do this for you. That is a major help that is going to save people so much time. Another way you can do it is if you take maybe, I don't know, a sentence like this, Then there's a little pop-up that you can see right here. You can hit that UPDF AI button. It'll bring up a thing if you want to translate it, explain it, all that. I'm gonna hit explain. And as you can see, it puts out a quick little bulleted list explaining what it is that I highlighted. Another cool thing you can do is highlight a section of text, and you can ask it actually to translate for you into another language. So I'm gonna ask it to translate this into Spanish for me, and there you go. Now you can take different PDFs from different countries with different languages, and you can understand them with this AI bot. So tell me what you guys think of UPDF. For me, it solves so many of the problems that I have with traditional PDFs. It just makes things so much easier. So I am a big fan. Also, their customer support is super good. Like, these are good people. And so I really appreciate UPDF for supporting the channel by sponsoring today's video. If you want an exclusive discount, go ahead, click the link in the description below. They will help you out. And like I said, their customer service, they've been so responsive with me. It's just been really helpful. So go ahead, click that link in the description below, get that discount, and you will be satisfied with UPDF. Thank you again, UPDF, for sponsoring today's video. I appreciate you guys. I'll see y'all in the next one.